group, your 8 minutes starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are a team of LexiCoach, and we are excited to introduce you to LexiCoach, which is a groundbreaking app designed to provide educational support to dyslexia students. But before we explain the detail, let me share a story that illuminates the daily challenge this student face. So, imagine you are a young student eager to learn and participate in class, but every time when you open the book, you find the letters dancing and making no sense. This is the reality for many students with dyslexia. In Hong Kong, up to 13% of primary school students experiencing this every day, and they struggle not because they lack intelligence, but because they do not have suitable tools that's tailored to their unique learning needs. And moving on to our value proposition, it is building confidence one word at a time, and we aim to create the mobile app that supports dyslexia students in Hong Kong, aged 6 to 8, by providing interactive reading material in Chinese and English. And for our social enterprise, MassPower is a comprehensive brain development training center which fosters the growth of children in their physical, mental, social, and spiritual aspects. And next, I will pass the time to Tina.
So thank you, Hugo. Moving on to the core features of the main attraction and strength of LexiCoach is it supports both Chinese and English, and the incorporation of AI algorithm powered by ChatGPT will allow for customized learning experience for students. LexiCoach will provide recommended learning material within the system for dyslexic students according to their need, and also allow students and teachers to input reading material to create customized interactive learning material incorporating audio and visual aids for students. Also, the app will have interactive games for students to revise content provided by the teachers and school. Finally, LexiCoach can be used by teachers and parents for dyslexic students to moderate and monitor the learning experience of their student or children, enable them to adjust features for dyslexic students to enhance their learning. Consider Hong Kong's limited support on SEN students and especially dyslexic students. There is a clear opportunity for innovation to help facilitate dyslexic students' learning experience. Hong Kong educational sector have been lacking proper infrastructure for students in terms of both manpower and proper learning material. In a survey conducted by the Hong Kong government on educators, 85% of teachers and 78% of principals answered that they face difficulty in finding appropriate learning material for SEN students. And meanwhile, 88% of parents responded that their children need supplementary learning resources. In addition, in another report from the government stated that the ratio of SEN students to teachers at school is 1:8. These two statistics clearly show that the infrastructure required to meet the educational need for dyslexic students in Hong Kong is lacking. To ensure equal opportunity for dyslexic students in pursuing their academic journey for early childhood, we believe providing an app that facilitates for their learning by utilizing interactive study method and personalized learning experience tailored towards student different symptoms is crucial. LexiCoach will able to cover different deficiencies of the market by having the AI algorithm to filter learning material provided by our employed educational consultants according to each student needs and convert reading material into interactive learning material, overcoming the differences in manpower and in the educational sector and the challenges in finding appropriate learning material for students. Now I pass the time to Juan to talk about the market.
Thank you, Tina. Now, we will dive into the market analysis and talk about the target market and the market size. So the target market segment are dyslexic students in Hong Kong from primary 1 to primary 3. And to give a rough idea of the total market size, there are 162,000 students enrolled in primary school from primary 1 to primary 3, and 2.96% of the population have been confirmed to be diagnosed with dyslexia, which translates to 4,900 students from primary 1 to primary 3 being diagnosed from dyslexia. So to give a better idea of this number, this means that per one primary school, there are 8 students from ages 6 to 8 that are dyslexic. However, we believe that the numbers portrayed by the Hong Kong government are not very accurate because another report that was conducted by EduHK and the Hong Kong government suggests that 9.7% to 12.6% of the total population in Hong Kong are actually dyslexic, which includes the number of people that are actually diagnosed and undiagnosed. So here you can actually see the dispersion between the diagnosed people and undiagnosed people in terms of dyslexia. So for an adjusted estimate of the total market size would be 15,800 students to 20,500 students from primary 1 to primary 3 actually having dyslexia. Hence, from this we can see that there's an actual opportunity for the growth in the market because there are many cases of undiagnosed students with dyslexia, and also there has been an ever so increasing trend in the total number of dyslexic students in Hong Kong in recent years. Now we'll move on to our competitor analysis, and then we actually have 2 main competitors, which are Read and Write Trooper and Hope Chinese Words and Sentences Game. So Read and Write Trooper is actually an augmented reality themed app that has themed lands and Trooper avatar assigned for each student, and they possess over 600 games that teach Hong Kong students how to read and write and spell Chinese words. Also, our other competitor, Hope Chinese Words and Sentences Game, is a story-based interactive app that teaches students how to read and write Chinese. Now, LexiCoach is different from all these apps, as we mentioned before, because it has an AI algorithm and supports both Chinese and English. Also, it uses both audio and visual aids for learning materials, and allows parents to monitor the learning experience of, allows parents and teachers to actually monitor the learning experience of their children and students. Hence, we believe that LexiCoach excels in 2 ways. Meeting customer needs more efficiently and also differentiating from the competitors, as we are the first app for dyslexic students that provides an AI algorithm for personalized learning, and also we are the first app to support both languages of Chinese and English. Hence, we believe that by actually launching this app, we'll be able to position ourselves as a dark horse in the market. Now we'll move on to a short conclusion by Hugo. We're open to questions and any curiosities about our app.
Can you explain how the ChatGPT or the AI algorithm actually assists dyslexic children to actually read and write?
So thank you for your question. And to clarify on that point, although ChatGPT is actually not made for actually like providing learning materials or creating actual like audio or visual aids for dyslexic students, we can actually incorporate the ChatGPT algorithm into our app by actually getting a ChatGPT API license, which allows us to use the algorithm. And then through that algorithm, AI developers can actually teach ChatGPT to create these audio and visual aids for dyslexic students, as AI is a very flexible and it's a very customizable resource. Hence, we believe that if we allow for the proper development through AI developers by having a well-rounded team, then we can actually create LexiCoach, an app that aids in creating interactive learning materials for dyslexic students.
So how does dyslexic students actually interact with that? What kind of contents do you guys have in mind?
First, we have games that enable students to actually review the material and content provided by teachers and their schools, just like the other apps that we mentioned, like Read and Write Trooper and Hope Chinese Words and Sentences game. And also, we partnered with Mars Power, our social enterprise that have their own learning materials for dyslexic students. So first, our initial data will be provided by Mars Power and their learning materials, which will enable ChatGPT to actually learn about the learning materials required for their students and able to customize it initially. And also, teachers and students and schools will be able to input their own learning materials, reading materials that are just text-based into the ChatGPT program. And then ChatGPT will be able to process it and make it into audio and interactive visual aid learning material for dyslexic students.
I also have a follow-up question. So, since you guys are using AI, I would like to know what's the advantage of AI over the human professionals in terms of like linguists or teachers in terms of treating dyslexia, because like AI is a powerful tool, but I'm not sure if it can be already like professional enough to the level of like human intelligence.
Okay, thank you. So, Rick, we want to go back to the page where justify the market. Yes, here. So confirmed case 2.96 is a bit clumsy when you mention the number. So last before last. But mention actually we can round this number up or down. So with 2.96, how can you bring that up in your presentation? You can say around
3%.
Yeah, around 3%. And what about P1 to 3 students? 162,000? Yes. Or over 160,000 students. So it will help the fluency of your presentation. An extra amount, 9.7 is around 10%. And 12.6 over 12%, that should be easier for you to bring numbers in your script. Okay. And I'm a bit worried. I should be worried actually, but just a reminder on the number of words on visual. If the visual is too wordy, then it's a bit too much for the audience and it's competing for attention of the audience. Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks.
I just have one comment. Like I think the numbers you need to check again because like it's 16,200 for 2.96, and then the actual number is smaller, or is it? Or is that 16,000 the total population of students? 1, 2, 3.
This is the total adjusted population from primary 1 to primary 3.
So that's total primary students, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
That's the total primary students.
Yeah.
And that's the dyslexic.
No. The left side is total number of primary
Ah.
students in Hong Kong, and then the right side is the dyslexic students.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, and one thing, in the Q&A section, thank the audience for the question. You just respond, like, get used to it, because during assessment time, I'm not going to remind you of, thanking the audience, and that's all. Right, thank you so much, thanks. Well done.